This transaction will involve producing 10 units of finished inventory from materials and labor. We're going to produce 10 units, and they're $3 of materials and $1 of labor, so that's $30 of materials, $10 of labor for 10 units. The total is going to be worth $40 when it is in finished inventory. Do two alternatives. The first one we're going to do is we're going to pay the labor, the wages, in cash. Maybe like contract labor, they work for the day and you pay them immediately. Like the previous transaction, this one does not involve sales, so it does not affect the income statement. It does affect the working capital worksheet. Materials, we use $30 worth of materials. So inventory of materials is going to diminish by $30. Goes to $978. It used to be $1,008. Finished inventory is going to go up, but it's going to go up by the total value of $40 because it has the labor in it. So we add 40. Because of that $10 of labor, our working capital now has $132. We exchanged $30 from here to here, from materials to finish, but the labor shows up in increased cash that we are going to pay to the laborer directly. So record that down here. We'll change the sign to a minus 132 and becomes 1958. This is 1968. That's hard to see, but it is $10 less, which means that our cash is $10 less, or $78, and the ending cash on hand is $10 less. That then affects the balance sheets. The cash on hand is going to go to $10,278, this value here. Materials, inventory materials went down, we said, by the, put an equal sign in front of that and subtract out the $30 of materials. The finished inventory is going to go up, as we did before, by $40. And the result is we now have $20,594 of current assets. It's the same. Why is it the same? Well, cash went up by 10, finished inventory went up by 30, that sums to 40, and inventory materials went, I said that wrong, let's try it again. Cash went down by 10 to pay the laborers, inventory materials went down by 30, so that totals 40. Inventory finish went up by 40, so it cancels out and this stays the same. And that will be the only change. Everything is accounted for right there. We did not affect our liabilities at this point. But we will when we essentially charge the labor. They work the day, but they don't get paid to the end of the month or the end of the week or whatever. And so now we're going to do the second part of this, which is wages put in wages payable. Again, it does not affect the income statement. Inventory materials, just as before, goes up by, down by 30. Finished inventory increases by 40. But wages payable increases by 10, but that's not liability, so it actually is subtracted. It goes from 45 that we now owe 55. And this changes to 10 where it was 0 before. Again, those changes, inventory materials and labor go in one direction. It cost us, finished inventory is 40, net result is 122 still. Change in working capital, the total did not change. No cash actually flowed anywhere. We just moved stuff from materials to finish and to wages payable. Wages payable, we haven't paid them yet, so there's no cash flow. And so there is no change in cash flow. this 122 stays the same. But it does affect the balance sheets. Inventory materials, once again, goes down by 30. Inventory finished increases by 40. And now we're up to 39,554. 39,554 is $10 more than 39,544. What happened to the other $10? Well, it's in wages payable. We now owe $45. Before we go up here, it was 45, now it's 55. So we have to add $10 of wages payable. Wanted an equal sign. I think a plus would work, but to be consistent, well, you have to have one or the other. Let's just try that. Now that I say that, I better confirm it to you. I put a plus there. It works the same way, and it changes it to equal for you. So now this here totals to 39,554, the same as this one, which is we have $10 more in liabilities and $10 more in assets. That comes the cash from the difference between the raw materials and essentially the labor. And that is the second transaction.